My lords, today we are going to hear a report about a mega corporation called Minima Specialist Industries. They identify themselves as a benevolent corporation bringing spacefaring technologies to pre-FTL civilizations in need. However, based on records we have found concerning MSI and its practices, we believe this to be in dispute. I have a report detailing a conflict between an avian species known as the Rock Rebels, who rebelled against MSI, pushing them off their planet, and in the years that followed battled their would-be oppressors. When the rocks were selected by MSI as part of their enlightenment program, their people rejoiced. Under corporate guidance, the avian race spread their wings and flew to the stars, only to discover that this gift came with a hidden cost. My lords, we have a first-hand account from the governor of the Rock Rebels. It reads, "We had a deal. When the visitors from the stars revealed themselves, they offered us a fair contract. Technological enlightenment, be repaid in installments. Within a generation, our planet was transformed into a so-called advanced civilization. It wasn't until we were advanced enough to understand the terms of the repayment were vastly inflated. The demand for energy would outstrip what we would be able to produce for the next 500 years, and as such, MSI insisted we work for them on an indefinite term. When our leaders protested, MSI turned violent. But we fought back. We won, though barely, and only after suffering sizable losses. Now, our scientists have finally reverse engineered the secrets of FDL travel from the ships that we destroyed. It's a big galaxy out there, but sooner or later we're sure to meet our benefactors once again. In fact, we're looking forward to it. It's time to get some payback." The battle against the alien invaders left our home system full of debris, shattered warships and broken promises. The sheer amount of flotsam clattering up the area has made it hard to develop satellites and launch spaceships from Nog, our homeworld. Under the proposed cleanup project, specially designed construction ships will utilize nets to dredge the space in near orbit, allowing us to approach the deactivated MSI warship that still looms over our capital. The cleanup operation is underway. The amount of debris floating above Nog has been significantly reduced, and with clearing skies, our expectations for the future are also bright. Work continues, but things are looking better for the Rock people. Before long, the cleanup operation was completed. The warship that once threatened our homeworld still looms over us, a stark reminder of the fate we narrowly escaped. It is time to take back our skies and salvage the technological marvels contained within the wreck. We have launched science vessels in the hope to safely explore the now derelict vessel. Our sensors cannot detect signs of life within the derelict warship, and yet the engines still faintly buzz. Our machines are at work inside the empty halls. There is good reason to believe the ship is still operational, and attempts to board it are sure to awaken its security system. Our scientists proceed with caution. Back on Nog, our gene clinics, built by the invaders, are breaking down. We are going to end all illness. That's how the invaders won us over. We allowed them to build gene clinics in every major city across Nog, eradicating most of our worst diseases within a generation. Now, those clinics are breaking down, years of intense use causing the machines to grind to a halt. The proper functioning of the invaders' technology is beyond us. Can we reverse engineer it, or should we repurpose this poisoned gift into something truly our own? I believe we are intelligent enough to figure it out, and thus I ordered our engineers to attempt to repair the clinics. Though this will split our scientists thin between examining the warship and repairing the clinics, I hope it will be the correct decision. I was awoken this morning to klaxons blaring. Our deep space radar had picked up an object on an inbound vector approaching at remarkable speeds. We feared MSI had returned to exact revenge upon us. A small, self-propelled cache entered the edges of our home system, loudly announcing its arrival with a signal beacon. Once retrieved, the cache revealed its grim contents. A lengthy list detailing all of the military assets we destroyed during the rebellion against our invaders, complete with crew casualties and the estimated value of each destroyed vessel. Our former invaders are officially demanding war reparations. This despite the fact that they are the ones who invaded us. Even more outrageously, they also claim that all of the destroyed ships in our system are still their property. and any attempt to destroy, refit, or retro-engineer the wreckage will put us in breach of terms and conditions. According to the message, a debt collection agency will soon contact us to settle the matter. As if this news wasn't bad enough, the failings of the gene clinics continue to haunt us, and we have not yet been able to repair them. The loss of our gene clinics has precipitated a sharp decline in the quality of our healthcare. Genetic conditions and chronic illness that were once simple to cure are on the rise again, and our median life expectancy has returned to preoccupation levels. Public faith in the healthcare system has reached a new low, and some of our people are even starting to lament the departure of the invaders. I ordered a doubling down of investment in our medical research. The people must believe that we can thrive on our own. The rock people will prevail. I've had word from our science teams trawling through the debris, repairing damage and securing rooms, turning the warship that once terrorized our world into a base of operations. Amidst the wreckage, we have uncovered the bodies of the ship's crew, or rather what's left of them. What to do with their remains became a matter of debate. Given the difficulties we've been having, it was deemed appropriate to hold a parade, with these corpses as the centerpiece. The rock people shall see the defeated bodies of our would-be oppressors, as a reminder to stay strong. Our efforts repairing the gene clinics continue. Although steps are being made, progress is slow. A few doubters are starting to say it is too challenging. As costs and failures pile up, we should retrofit the clinics into a monument. Although I sympathise, these clinics will be important to the future of our people. They must be repaired. As we scour the warship's central database, the designs of our former masters have grown clear. The way that they approached us with enlightenment, only to train us to become better slaves. Their well-honed plans and protocols, their calculated lies. Our world was clearly not their first attempt, but rather an example of their core business strategy. I was again woken by klaxons blaring. 3 small spacecraft have appeared in orbit of Nog. Our sensors did not pick them up until they communicated with us. We think their vessels must have some sort of cloaking technology. They transmitted the following message. Dear Rock and Resistance, we are contacting you on behalf of the Minimar Specialized Industries regarding an outstanding debt. Being a fledgling spacefaring society, we understand that you may not be in a position to repay the full amount. Our aim is to aid you in selecting appropriate repayment plan, one which will settle any outstanding debts without stifling economic growth. Accordingly, we are happy to offer you a consultation, free of charge. It is our ardent wish that this matter be settled amicably. According to this debt collector, we owed approximately 1,481,893 energy credits. For perspective, our entire empire's output was barely 35 credits a month, and they wanted 5,000 a month for the next 60,000 years. The outrage rippled across our people. As if this wasn't insult enough, they continued. If you're unable or unwilling to cover the energy cost, you may repay your debt by pledging a certain percentage of your labour pool to MSI. Your workers will be transported to their designated job sites and will be provided with basic accommodation until they have successfully repaid the debt. Times are as hard as they've ever been, and this demand would either break us or forge us into the empire we wanted to become. It was discussed and decided within mere minutes. We had fought them once and won. We could do so again. The debt collectors were told to space themselves. Upon this, the transmission terminated, and the 3 small vessels opened fire on our system's defensive station. Fortunately for us, Admiral Raven had a small fleet of 10 corvettes hidden in system behind the great gas giant Orbis. Between Admiral Raven's fleet and our defensive station, the debt collectors' ships were utterly destroyed. A few months after the debt collectors had visited us, I had word from the scientists aboard the derelict warship. They had regained control of the ship's systems and were requesting what to do with it. We could repurpose it into an orbitable habitat for our people, or use it as a flagship for our Empire's fleet. It was once a mighty vessel, and it could be again. We decided to turn it back into a warship. The tools of our would-be oppressors would be vital in overcoming them once again. In more good news, our gene clinics have finally been repaired. Our former invaders would likely wave it off as a stroke of luck, or argue that they did most of the work. They could claim it is not a big feat to retro-engineer the technology, but we did it, without assistance, and that triumph is ours alone. We will take care of ourselves. In yet more good news, the retrofit of the former MSI warship has been completed. We now have at our disposal a vessel of massive power and significance. We believe it has the power of a small fleet of 20 or even 30 Corvette-class ships. This is a glorious day for the Rock people. Today I received word from the science vessel Hermes. They encountered a space vessel in the Koldak system during routine surveillance. Data on this vessel was met with a shudder of recognition. Familiar ship designs marked by an emblem we have learned to fear, the winged logo of the Minimar Specialized Industries. It appears that we have found our former invaders. It is only a matter of time until they realize the ships they sighted belong to us, fueled by their own technology. Again I was awoken by warning klaxons. I wonder if they are deliberately coming while I sleep. Another fleet of debt collector drones appeared in the orbit of Nog, their cloaking systems still able to confuse our sensors. They again gave us the same speech: pay up, either in credits or people. As before, we refused, Admiral Raven now commanding the repurposed MSI warship, making quick work of them, as again they tried to attack us. Despite the victory, a deep sense of dread lingers. Given their dedication to their employer, they will never stop harassing us. Even if we somehow manage to repay them the full sum, they will come up with something else. Interest rates, legal loopholes, small print hidden in documents that we don't remember signing. We have no choice but to fight them, with weapons. Words will get us nowhere. We have finally made contact with MSI. Communications are now open between the two empires, and we have grown much since our first encounter. They responded to the meeting with typical condescension. Their message reads, "How strange are the workings of the universe that we should come into contact with one another again, after all that has transpired. But never fear, on behalf of the board, Minimar Specialized Industries stands ready to assist you once again. Of course, we cannot simply overlook the damages incurred to company property. Our collection agents will no doubt be in contact with you soon, if they haven't done so already. We hope we will be able to reach an amicable settlement. We live in such interesting times, don't you think? Allow us to be the first to congratulate you on the incredible progress your people have made. We look forward to testing how much you've grown." This message left us in no doubt that they would come for us again. The question was when. We must prepare for that day. Alloy production plants and shipyards are being pushed to their absolute capacity. We must ready for war. It appears that time has come. We received a formal message this morning. MSI are coming for us. They're coming to reclaim their perceived goods. Their message reads, "The disappointment is heavy. As a company specializing in the enlightenment of less developed civilizations, we pride ourselves in our expertise. Yet, it has become abundantly clear that we have failed to impart some basic lessons. Rather than attacking others without cause, you alone must bear the responsibility for your failure. You are clearly in need of additional guidance. Let us teach you how to repay a debt." We spat at the feet of their messages. The Rock people are strong, stronger than we have ever been, and moulded, forged under a single purpose. The mega corporation of MSI must be defeated. Never again will we bow to an oppressor, and never again will MSI be allowed to violate and abuse less developed species. They shall pay for what they have done. It appears many decades of war followed this, my lords. Heavy losses were seen on both sides. I'm pleased to announce, however, the Rock rebels triumphed. I imagine it was with real glee from the Rock people when the original warship that was to be the tool of oppression drifted into orbit of the MSI homeworld, Olimbar. Guns trained on the planet and offered them a choice, similar to what had once been offered to their own people. Pay reparations or face annihilation. The once mighty MSI corporation was forced to kneel to the Rock rebels. Its military totally dismantled and teeth set up. MSI would never again be able to dominate less developed species. The Rock people, however, did not stop there. Although some suggested it was time to lay down their weapons, they pushed on, forcing a resolution through the Galactic Senate outlawing any abuse of power against pre-FTL civilizations, and committing to punish through conflict any empire who would replicate the despicable actions of MSI. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoyed getting stuck into First Contact. If you want to hear another story, please click the video on screen now.